Hey guys, it's Amy. Welcome back to Too Blessed. Today is December 28th, the day that I'm filming this. You're probably not going to see it for a day or two until I can get it up, but I am sharing with you my Christmas home tour. And yes, I realize that Christmas is over. um, yeah, I just couldn't get it done. If you've been following me, you know we've had a lot of health things going on the last couple of months, and I just haven't been able to get things done. So I finally had everything done like Christmas Eve day or the day before, because then we had family over on Christmas Eve. And so I figured since, the house is still looking nice, I would go ahead and just film a home tour, even though it's kind of late. Really, I just like to do it for myself. If you don't want to watch it, you don't have to watch it. But I just like to do it for myself because now I can look back and see every year how I've done things differently or how I might want to do something differently next year. So I still wanted to go ahead and film this and go ahead and share it. And hopefully you guys will still enjoy it. I actually have one more Christmas video that will be coming up because we went and hit some thrift stores today and got some Christmas things like 50% off, 75% off. I got some really cute things, and so I'm going to go ahead and share a haul of those coming up in the next couple of days when I can fit it in. And then pretty soon I will also have coming up another update video to let you know what's been going on because things are changing again with my health. Some new developments have happened, and so I will be sharing that pretty soon. So for now, I hope you enjoy my Christmas home tour. I hope you don't mind that it's late, but let's get started on that. Okay, I'm going to start here in the kitchen. A lot of these things, like I said, are pretty much the same as last year, just maybe in different spots. I just kind of stuck these bows here because I had them. I hung a few pot holders up there and a new little bow swag kind of thing that I made for the top there. Those little bead pieces were actually left over from our wedding, and it's hard to tell, but they are pink and green. And so those were the colors from our wedding, and when I realized that my kitchen was kind of turning pink and green, I decided those would be really cute to add in. So here on the counter, I just finished washing some dishes, and I did not feel like putting them away, so sorry about that, but they're clean. So on the counter, I've got this little gingerbread house. The backsplash area is covered in wrapping paper, which I kind of discovered a few years ago, and I really love doing it. So it just kind of brightens up that whole area, I think, because otherwise I don't really have a backsplash. It's just the wall. So that is on there. The little wreaths on the cabinets, those I've had those for a few years. I've got my little valance with the gingerbread houses, and that fabric garland is made out of that same fabric. So it's got the pinks and the greens in it. Then on the windowsill, I've got a few little miniature pieces that have like cakes and a little gingerbread house in the center there. Then coming around this way, down at the end there, I've got my Christmas aprons hanging up, and I just kind of stuck a bow up there. On this island here, I added a couple of wreaths there. Got a rug. I forgot to show you the rug in front of my stove because it's really cute. It's these little gingerbread men. I just thought that was so cute, and those little towels kind of match. I got them at different places, but they sort of match. Then coming around here, I've got on my island my 3-tiered tray that I decorated for Christmas. Again, I'm not going to go into every detail because it would just take so long, but this little sign here I bought at Hobby Lobby this year. And it says, "This girl loves Christmas," which is absolutely true. So then the 3-tiered tray just has a lot of sort of kitchen-related things like cakes and gingerbread houses and candy. And up here I have this little gingerbread couple. I thought those were really cute. So I just kind of put some little, like I said, just little random things on there. And then coming around this way, this is my hutch. So this fabric garland is also made out of that gingerbread fabric. So it's the pinks and the greens. It's kind of hard to see with the lights on, but it matches the one that's above the window, but this one is lighted. And then I've got little like candy ornaments. I made that bow with some more of those pink and green bead picks, I guess you would call them. I'm not sure. And then I've got a lot of my candy cane gingerbread themed items here, and I put out my Christmas cookbooks also. Just, you can see those on the shelves there. So I thought those were really cute too. Just kind of a cute little touch. So all my little peppermint things. Now you can see I've got above this cutout window here, I've got a lighted garland, and then I've got some more sort of kitchen-y related candy, cookies. That one's like a little stove. Just a bunch of really cute ornaments, some cookie ones up there at the top, along with some bows, of course. So I really like that garland. The things I've got on the shelf here are mostly kind of seen from the other side, but I've got a couple little, I've got that Noel that's like a candy cane stripe and this little miniature cookbook ornament. My wax warmer there. And then the last area in the kitchen is this little spot here, which isn't terribly fancy, but I really liked how this little arrangement came out. I just had this trifle bowl, and I put in these greenery balls and then some of those decorative balls that came from Dollar Tree. And I actually had just sort of piled them in there, and then I really liked the way it looked. So then I added that joy on the top, and I just thought that was really cute. The little tree that came from Walmart this year. So, like I said, it's not terribly fancy, but it's really cute. That welcome there is from my wreath. It fell off. If you saw the video where I made the wreath for the kitchen door, I had that welcome on there, and I knew the glue wasn't going to hold it, and it didn't. Excuse me. Still getting over this cold. And then the only other thing in the kitchen is above these two doorways, I just had some of this red garland, so I just kind of popped it up there for a little bit of extra color. All right, in the dining room, I'm going to go around the perimeter of the room with the overhead light on, because I tried it without and it's just too dark, but that light really glares into my camera. So first of all, this is right next to the kitchen here. So this is our piano, and I've sort of set this up to be like a little music sort of area. I've got my husband's guitar hanging there, and then of course the piano is here. So I did make a video showing how I made these swags, but I didn't get to show them decorated. So this is how I decorated them, and I absolutely love how they turned out. Just the music notes and the red berries. So not, you know, not a bunch of different stuff. It's pretty simple. And then the ribbons. That main ribbon has the music notes, and it's got gold glitter parts on it. It's just really, really pretty. So I'm really happy with how those turned out. This little piece here was just an arrangement I kind of threw together with leftover pieces. But I think it turned out kind of cute. So it's just, I mean, it's literally just a bunch of picks and little miscellaneous things, and I just kind of stuck them in there. But it really works, because you'll see in the dining room, I have a lot of things that say joy. And so that's kind of my theme, I guess, in this room. And then here on top of the piano, I have all of our nativity sets and things that are kind of related to nativity sets, like these signs. I've got the Noel one, and then there's a joy one. And then I added this little string of lights, just again to kind of brighten this little corner. It's a little bit dark. And then up here, I have a mirror hanging there usually, and I just took that down and hung this Merry Christmas sign. All right, over on this side of the dining room is our computer desk. And usually the Christmas Village is in our living room. And I decided this year that I wanted to try it in a different spot. So I put some of it here. And if you hear that horrible noise, it's my little church. It's got a spot where it rotates, and it's been fine, but all of a sudden tonight it started making this really weird noise. So I'm gonna have to figure that out, but I wanted to show it to you all lit up. And at the end, I will put on some pictures or a little bit of video with the lights out so you can see the lights better. So the houses and buildings are all lit up. And then I just took a string of lights and kind of wound them around because I felt like it needed some more light. So I think that added a nice touch. And then I'm going to come over here and see how this works. So here's the table. If I don't go up too high, I think the light will be okay. This is the centerpiece that I made in the centerpiece challenge. So again, I have a video about that. If you want more information, you can go check that out. So that's the table. And then coming over here to the china cabinet, I've got some more of my village up there. And I did the same thing, just the houses are lit, but I added a string of lights to make it a little brighter. And then I've got another fabric garland. And this one was made with a green fabric that has like peppermints on it. And then just some different reds and greens. Because in the dining room, I kind of just used traditional red and green. Then I've got that little joy sign. And in my china cabinet, I have a bunch of my Christmas dishes. Just various little odds and ends that I have that I didn't really have any other place to display them. And then over here, I've got these signs that I made a few years ago, and I did a video this year just kind of explaining how I made them. So this is one, I've just kind of hooked them together so I could hang them all in this one spot, but there's 4 separate signs there. But again, if you wanted details on those signs, you can check out that video, and I talk about how I made them and everything. I've got a random chair here. These chairs are usually in our living room, but we had to move them out for the tree. So I just kind of tucked one in this corner. Okay, and this area is on the other side of the dining room. You can see that cut out through to the kitchen. So on this area here, I've got those little corner swags. I made those last year. I believe there's a video about those. I'm not sure. I think it was a challenge actually, so I believe there is. Then up at the top there, the J and the Y are cut out of cardboard and wrapped in wrapping paper. And then the O, that big ornament, is one that I got from Dollar Tree years ago. It's just made out of like a felt. This area isn't really decorated because we used this area for our Christmas Eve dinner. We used it to, you know, put all the desserts and everything. So I didn't really decorate a lot. So there's just kind of a few little random things. These little stocking bags are like the favors that I made for our dinner. I do that every year. I put an ornament and then I put some kind of little gift or something like that in there. So we've got some of those left over because not everyone took one. Then there is my joy sign, which I did make a video about that also. I adore that sign. It's probably my favorite project I made this year. So that's there. And then above the door there, that ball that's hanging, that's called a kissing ball. So sort of similar to the concept of mistletoe. But that my mom made that, and I'm pretty sure I've talked about this in my previous Christmas tours, but my mom made that years ago. She made it for my grandmother. And then my grandmother passed away, and it sort of got passed on to me, and I love it. I just think it's so pretty. So it's like a crocheted piece, and then it's over a styrofoam ball, and I'll decorate it up. So that's one of my very favorite pieces of Christmas decor. Okay, so now we're going to kind of move along here. Now this area, again, I showed in a previous video. This is like our entry table. This was one of the first areas that I decorated for one of the challenges this year. I did change it a little bit though. In my challenge video, I just had a white table runner, and then I found this one, which is so, so pretty. And so I added that, sort of like a patchwork quilt looking, but it just, I feel like the colors all went together and it looks so pretty. So here's that whole area. And then again, if you want details on any of these pieces or these areas, just you can check back in my previous videos. I'll probably try to link some of them. Then right here, here's the other chair, sort of just a random spot, but that's kind of where it fit. And then I've got this sign that I've had for years and years and years. I bought it at one of those craft fairs long, long time ago. Okay. So I'm going to go back over here. This little spot, I actually had made a video showing my display this area, but it was actually in a different place, and I ended up moving it here. So this is a little bit different. This little table topper is like a little quilt. I actually got that for free at a thrift store, and I thought it was really cute, so I kind of used it as a tablecloth, and then I put my little snow globe displays there. Again, there's a video talking about how I made those if you want to find that out. Then this wreath here was my most recent project. I just made a video about that. Absolutely love it, and I still have not gotten batteries for the lights. So it still doesn't light up, but I still love it. So then over here, this little table that sits by our front door, I just put a little village that we have. I'm sorry about the shaky camera. This was a village set that my husband had, and it wasn't really cute. I was going to actually get rid of it, and then I decided to just paint it all white, and I really love the way that looks. So it's like a little village, and then I just put a little string of lights under the fake snow to kind of give it a little glow. And then here above the mirror, I've got a lighted garland, and it's got these really neat lights in it that run through like different, you know, they twinkle, they fade in and out and things like that. So those are really fun. And then this big snowflake hangs there. Then coming over here, another random chair that just had to get tucked out of the way. So it's in front of the closet. I've got this little sled hanging on the closet door. That's not new. Then over here at the fireplace, I've got a lighted garland and a wreath hanging there. And then the mantle just kind of ended up some random things. I got these canvases at Walmart last year after Christmas. So that one is the first Noel. This one over here says, Oh Holy Night. I've got these little silver houses that came from Dollar General last year after Christmas. This is actually supposed to be like over here so it doesn't block my Let It Snow sign. I had hauled that a little while ago. And then I've got an Oh Holy Night sign with this garland I got is new. This came from Hobby Lobby this year, and it was called Ice Cubes because it looks like little chunks of ice. And I thought that was really pretty. So those garlands and signs are just hanging from those stocking holders so that I didn't have to put, you know, attach it or anything like that. That works really well. So then come around here, I've got my little town of Bethlehem, which those are like wall decals. And I decided this year to put the Mary and Joseph figures in the frame because they were really big and awkward to attach to the wall. So I thought that way if I put them in the frame like that, now next year I won't have to mess with that anymore and just do the little pieces. So I have that there. I've got another wreath on a wreath stand. Couple little random items here. Just random things. Seriously, on the decorating, I just kind of ran out of energy this year and some things didn't really get finished. So this area with all the trees, I did a video about this. I actually kind of did 2 videos because I did the mantle challenge where I used this as my mantle. And then I also did the $5 Goodwill challenge where I showed adding some more trees to this area. So you've seen this a couple times. I'm not going to spend a lot of time. Here's the tree. And my wonderful and amazing husband decorated this entire tree for me this year because I just got to a point where I just couldn't do it. So he finished it. He did an amazing job. Usually he helps me, but I do the bulk of it. So, you know, he did all of it and he did a great job. It's so, so pretty. So coming around here then, above the sofa, I always hang this Afghan here. I just think it looks so cozy and I love the picture on it. So by hanging it on the wall, it just, you know, you get to enjoy the entire picture. Whereas if it was just lying across the couch, you wouldn't really see it. So I really enjoy having that there. And I added those lights this year. I have not done that before, and I love that. And then that little tree over there, it's actually like a little topiary that I have out all year. And I kind of decided I wanted some more light in the corner, so I added that and just put some lights on it. Looks really cute. I'm just going to kind of show you these tables real quick. But it's basically the same things I have on these tables every year. So I'm not going to go in a lot of detail. Here's the coffee table. Again, same things I have pretty much every year. And then the other end table here. Little lantern and some snowflake items. And then coming around, I've got this end table here, which also has another lantern. And that cute little box came from Dollar General last year after Christmas also. And it's got the pretty tree with cardinals. I don't know if you can really see it well, but it's so pretty. So I just use it as decoration. All right, so that is pretty much my entire home tour. I know it took a long time to get here, but it's finally done. So I'm going to add here at the end just a few little clips of everything with the big lights turned off so you can see the lights and see how pretty it is. But I just wanted to say first, thank you guys. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.